Hey guys, so today is yet another episode covering the reveal of the 7 2023 Dodge Buzz models. Today we have the 2023 Dodge Charger King Daytona, just announced a few hours ago. So we'll dive deep on the model and cover everything you need to know, and look ahead at the few remaining Buzz models that are left. So let's get right into it. Just as a recap, 2023 marks the end of the Dodge Charger and Challenger on the current platform as we know it. So Dodge has plans to honor this by releasing 7 last call special edition models. We've already seen the Dodge Challenger Shakedown, Dodge Charger Super B, and Dodge Challenger and Charger Scat Pack Swinger models. So this 2023 Dodge Charger King Daytona represents the 5th of these 7 Buzz models. Dodge is also celebrating their 2023 model lineup by bringing back B5 Blue, Plum Crazy Purple, Destroyer Gray, and Sublime Green. And each 2023 model will get a commemorative last call plaque that's under the hood, featuring the vehicle name and a vehicle silhouette, as well as designed in Auburn Hills and assembled in Brampton writing. So with this King Daytona, once again Dodge pays homage to some history, this time the Southern California drag racing scene of the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Big Willie Robinson was the founder of the National Brotherhood of Street Racers, which was an organization that was meant to promote organized drag racing as a way of uniting people of all races and classes, easing racial tensions, and keeping people on the track and off of the streets. It would eventually grow to over 80,000 members in 38 different states and 9 different countries. Big Willie and his wife Tomiko had a pair of 1969 Dodge Charger Daytonas. His was known as the King Daytona, colored in orange, and hers was the Queen Daytona in green. Unfortunately, both vehicles were out of commission by April of 1973, as they were just too fragile to handle racing V8 Hemis. There was also a third Daytona known as the Duke and Duchess car, and that has lived on, getting restored and apparently sold in 2006 for $250,000 US. So that's the whole point of this King Daytona, honoring that drag racing scene and Big Willie Robinson's original King Daytona. Now, Dodge CEO Tim Kuniskis unfortunately really didn't talk about any of that history, very questionably, instead just saying, quote, "The special edition Dodge Charger King Daytona honors a true icon of muscle car history. The final Dodge last call models will continue to celebrate the legacy of the Dodge Charger and Challenger by paying tribute to the last 2 vehicles that hold a special place in our brand's history." End quote. So I think he's talking about the next 2 vehicles there, but I don't understand why Dodge would pay homage to this if they aren't going to talk about any of it. Anyways, enough of that. As for the car, the first thing you'll notice is the bright orange Go Mango paint, again just like Big Willie's King Daytona back in the day. The King Daytona is limited to just 300 units produced, so it will be very rare, possibly the rarest Charger Hellcat ever made. This is based on the Charger SRT Hellcat Redeye widebody. If you do remember, there was a 2020 Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Hellcat 50th anniversary model that was out, with just 501 copies produced in a few different colors. But that was just a regular Hellcat with 717 horsepower at the time, so this one steps up to the Redeye now with 807 horsepower and 717 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 times for this model are around 3.5 seconds, with the quarter mile around 11 seconds. As for the features of the King Daytona, to fit under the wider body, there are 20 by 11 inch satin carbon warp seed wheels with matching orange 6-piston Brembos beneath them. The familiar satin black rear fender graphics return, but this time they read King Daytona on each side. The hood, roof, and rear spoiler are also finished in satin black. All the exterior badging is done in satin chrome, and Mopar has added a hood pin for a retro touch. Inside there are familiar Daytona seats, so very surprisingly there's no Laguna leather like most of the Hellcats have. Dodge has put black Napa Alcantara seats that have orange stitching and Daytona writing in the seat backs. This is pretty disappointing, as you get far lesser seats in my opinion in what's supposed to be the cream of the crop of Charger Hellcats. In fact, you could even find these exact same seats way back in the 2017 Dodge Charger RT Daytonas with the 5.7-liter Hemi V8. The orange interior accent stitching continues on the instrument panel, console, steering wheel, and door trim. Carbon fiber interior bezels are also added. The steering wheel is finished in Alcantara as well to match the seats, and to show off what you got, there's a King Daytona badge. It does look like the King Daytona is fairly loaded as well, as it gets the Harman Kardon premium audio system, power sunroof, suede headliner, and navigation package all standard. So as for my thoughts here, I gotta say I'm really liking this model. For 2023, Dodge has upped the Redeyes to 807 horsepower from 797 previously, And the King Daytona decals are awesome, while it's also uncovering a really cool story that many people might not have known about. The Go Mango is really nice as well, especially with the matching brakes. Overall, there's nothing crazy here, and it is basically a visual package, but it's a very nice looking one. To get your hands on one of these, Dodge is building them at random and shipping them to the top dealerships around the country to be sold on a first-come, first-served basis. Potential buyers can see where the vehicles are headed on Dodge Garage, but once they hit the dealerships, it will be a mad scramble to buy some of these limited edition models. As for the upcoming Buzz models, there are only 2 left. September 21st sees a Challenger Redeye counterpart, as it says 6.2-liter high output, and there's only 300 of those built. The very last model will debut at the 2022 SEMA Show in Las Vegas. That's the vehicle I've been talking about earlier in my 2023 final Hellcat videos. It could feature close to or over 900 horsepower, could have the largest supercharger of any modern Challenger, and could use the 3-liter Elephant IHI blower, and even could run on ethanol blends like E85. So that's the end of this video. What do you guys think of this King Daytona Buzz model? Let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and stay tuned for more Detroit Auto Show news as well. And I'll see you in the next video.